This question is from strength of materials for 2 marks. A cantilever of length L, flexural rigidity EI, stiffened by a spring stiffness K, is loaded by a transverse force P as shown in the figure below. So this is a cantilever of length L and flexural rigidity EI. It is subjected to a transverse load P, whose same end is attached with a spring of stiffness K. So the transverse deflection under the load is, so we need to calculate the transverse deflection under this particular transverse load P. So the 4 options are given, and according to the official key, the correct answer to this question is option D. When we consider this as the initial configuration, we know that as a natural consequence of this transverse load, beam tries to bend down, so that makes the spring to compress down. But in order to regain its original shape, spring tries to push back the beam, applying a spring force towards up. That means there will be a spring force from the bottom of the beam, which will be opposing to the direction of the applied transverse load. So the same spring force which is at the bottom of the beam will be applied onto the top, so that when we apply the equilibrium conditions, these two forces will cancel out as a reaction, and this particular spring force is developed as a reaction force from the ground support. Okay, so this particular initial configuration, we are splitting it into two conditions for simplicity. And now let us consider delta 1 as the deflection obtained in this particular case, and let us consider delta 2 as the deflection obtained under this particular configuration of spring. We know that whenever a cantilever beam is subjected to a transverse load at its free end, its deflection is written as P into L cube by 3 EI when it has a length L and flexural rigidity EI. So the length and flexural rigidity are same here also, but the applied load is nothing but P minus Fs, so that will be the resultant load. So in that particular case, we can write delta 1 is equal to P minus Fs into L cube by 3 EI, and this is a straightaway formula where delta 2 is nothing but Fs by K. Now, when we consider the spring and the cantilever as a single entity, since they need to bend as a single unit, the deflections delta 1 and delta 2 should be same. So when we take that condition and substitute the corresponding equations we have, we get PL cube by 3EI minus Fs into L cube by 3EI, that is equal to Fs by K. So in this particular equation, let us take this second term and send that to the right hand side. We get PL cube by 3EI is equal to Fs by K plus FSL cube by 3EI. So now in this particular case, in the right hand side, let us take Fs as common, and after further simplifications and rearranging the terms, we will end up with finding out the spring force as K into PL cube by 3EI plus KL cube. So that is a spring force developed under the transverse load P. Since we know that delta 2 is equal to Fs by K, let us substitute this Fs in this equation to get delta 2 is equal to K PL cube by K into 3EI plus KL cube. Okay. That gives us delta 2 is equal to PL cube by 3EI plus KL cube. Now for this particular equation, let us just multiply and divide with 3EI. So when we do that, the delta 2 value will not change. As you look at from here, 3EI and 3EI will cancel out, and we will end up with this particular equation again. So just multiplying and dividing with 3EI does not change the result we got as delta 2. So when you look at the options given, this particular option or this particular value we got for delta 2 matches with option D.